Hello, travelers from all around the world. Welcome to another special episode of the Arctic Expedition Station. I'm your tourist guide today, and I'm broadcasting live from a very cold location in Canada. Right now, the temperature is outside is minus 40 degrees, and my hands are freezing. First of all, I want to introduce our incredible team of experts for this digital magazine project. Today we have Sebas, who is our construction engineer. We also have our environmental engineer, Lou, and finally our sociologist, Jonathan. Okay, to start, let me ask you guys, how are you surviving this terrible winter weather today?
Hi everyone, thanks for the invitation. Well, it is definitely crazy here, but as a construction engineer, I'm very excited. The science behind these snow houses is amazing, and I'm ready to share my investigation with all the listeners.
Hey there. Yes, it is very cold, but the warmth of the people here is incredible. I am very happy to talk about how human communities can adapt, live together, and be happy in the middle of the snow.
Hello, team. Glad to be here with you. I'm wearing three jackets right now, but I'm ready to discuss the interesting ecosystem of the Arctic and how climate change is affecting these traditional homes.
Well, perfect. Let's jump right into the ice, guys. Look at that beautiful snow dome on your screen right now. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. This is a perfect example of a snow dome. Of what is an igloo? It is absolutely incredible. Well, as a tourist guide, many travelers ask me the same question. Is a house made of snow really safe or it can collapse in my head? Sebas, you're the expert here. First, can you explain to our public how people build an igloo? Is it just regular ice from a river?
There is a very common question where the answer is fascinating. In addition to what most people think, we don't use liquid ice or soft snow on the ground. We look for very hard compressed snow because it contains trapped air. We use sharp knives to cut heavy blocks like bricks. Then we stack the block in a precise circular shape to create a perfect dome structure.
Wait. Let me interrupt you. Sebas, so you're saying that the secret is just the round shape? That's it?
Yeah, the geometry is the magic here. The aerodynamic dome allows the strong Arctic wind to flow over the houses without destroying it. It is incredibly strong. Also, the thick snow works as an insulator. It traps your body heat inside. If the snow blocks are hard and well placed, the temperature inside can be 20 degrees warmer than outside. We don't need a modern heater.
Sebas, that explanation is amazing. From a social perspective, the construction is beautiful because a family can build one together in just 2 or 3 hours. It requires real teamwork and communication to survive in the Arctic.
That is a perfect bridge, Jonathan. Let's focus on the human side. Our tourists always want to know about the daily life inside. How do they sleep? Is it comfortable or is it completely terrible?
To add to this point, life inside an igloo is deeply community-based and beautiful. The culture is focused on sharing everything: food, heat, oral traditions. Because the space is small, the families stays very close together around a small oil lamp. The physical closeness is not accidental, it is a foundation of their social structure. Sociologists call this concept proxemics, the study of how space shapes human relationships. In Western societies, we often seek privacy and personal space, but for the unit culture, for example, closeness is a form of trust and solidarity. The oral traditions shared around the small lamp, like stories, legends, the songs, are how history, values, and identity are preserved across generations. In many ways, the igloo functions is not just as a home, but as a living classroom and culture archives.
But wait, they are literally sleeping on the ice benches? That sounds very cold and painful for a tourist.
I disagree a little bit with that idea. It is actually very cozy if you see the correct year. They cover the ice benches with big, thick animal furs of layers and layers of insulation. Unless you understand their deep connection with nature, you cannot comprehend how peaceful this lifestyle is. And this is precisely where Western perception fails. We tend to judge comfort through our own personal lenses, mattresses, health system, and individual bedrooms. But the unit culture concept of comfort is boiled around warmth shared with others, not warmth produced by machines. From an anthropological standpoint, the relationship with the Arctic environment is one of the most sophisticated forms of ecological adaptation ever documented. They did not fight against the cold, they learned to live with it, to use it, and even to build shelter from it. That is not suffering, that is mastery.
I agree with you. Their traditional lifestyle is amazing because it has a very low environmental impact. They do not depend on large amounts of electricity, they produce very little waste, and they use natural materials that are available in their environment. From an environmental engineer perspective, there is a lot we can learn from this way of living. Modern engineers should study this type of architecture as an example of sustainability and energy efficiency. Igloos are built to conserve heat naturally, which reduces the need for additional energy sources. They show us that it's possible to create comfortable homes while respecting nature.
Okay, speaking of the environment, let's check out our technical data for today. Lou, our environmental engineer, what is the current situation in this frozen paradise?
On the other hand, we have serious problem today. The Arctic is a beautiful but fragile ecosystem. If you look closely at this graphic on the screen, the global temperature is rising extremely fast due to pollution and the increase of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. As a result, the winter is shorter and the snow is melting early every year. This affects animals such as polar bears and seals, which depend on ice to survive. It also impacts local communities and contributes to rising sea levels around the world. If we do not take action to reduce pollution, these environmental changes could become even more severe in the future.
Yeah, yeah. This is a problem from a structural point of view. If the temperature rises even a few degrees, the snow blocks lose their density. The dome can become weak and collapse, which is very dangerous for the inhabitants.
Exactly, Sebas. If the ice melts, the local animals move away, and the Inuit communities lose their traditional hunting grounds. We need to create global awareness so that this ancient culture and their amazing homes can survive in the future.
Wow, my friends. This has been an eye-opening expedition today. I think our travelers now understand that an igloo is much more than just snow. Our time is up, so let's hear your final conclusion.
In conclusion, the igloo is the perfect heart of culture that protects its members and lives in harmony with the wild.
To summarize, protecting the Arctic ecosystem is a necessary to preserve human history and diversity. Climate change is threatening not only the environment, but also the traditional lifestyles and cultures that have existed there for centuries.
To sum up, the glue is a masterclass in engineering. It proves that humans can achieve great comfort and survival using only what nature provides.
Well, beautifully said, Jim. Well, thank you to our three amazing experts, and thank you to all our virtual travelers for listening this episode. Remember to stay warm, visit our digital magazine site, and see you on our next trip. Bye bye.